Welcome back to Don's Life. Welcome to the channel. Thanks for joining today. That's right, we're installing the EGR prototype sport bar on my GMC Sierra AT4 that already has an EGR roll track installed. That's an electric bed cover that allows you to install things like accessories. You don't very often see a bed cover with a sport bar because most of them flip up and would get in the way of the sport bars at least looking cool. Hopefully these ones look cool. We don't have instructions because it's a prototype. This could be some fun. Let's go. So hopefully you've seen the first video unboxing this sport bar by EGR. Again, I can't say it enough. As a disclaimer, this is a prototype. It's not the final version. We're trying to find out today, once I put it on the truck, where we maybe need to make some improvements or make some changes. Whether they listen to what I say or not remains to be seen. But just remember, if you have some criticisms, it's not the final version. You're criticizing the prototype, which is fine as well. Definitely drop a comment below as we go along. So without instructions, I've laid everything on the table here, and I'm going to walk you through my logic and why I think I have it correct. So first, we have these plates that the bars need to mount to. I can tell that they're going to mount up like that. I know these plates are the only part of this which would interface with the rails. So I'll show you that in a second, but this would be the front plate and this would be the plate for the back bar. So this bar would go here and it has this little boot or this foot, this sleeve that would go on there to keep it looking nice and clean. And I'm pretty sure these are the right screws for it because they're the only ones with a beveled edge. So those would go in like that. And that way this padding would interface with the top of the roll track on the rail so it wouldn't scratch anything. So I'm pretty sure those go like that. Now these little metal blocks, they actually slide in the rail and they need to line up with these holes here. And then these screws and washers, or these bolts and washers, would go through and connect it. I'm a little concerned with the placement of these, so I don't think they can go in sideways. They got to go in lengthwise, and our holes might not line up, so that might be an improvement right there they need to make, where they could size these down a little bit so they line up with those holes. It shouldn't be an issue on this back plate. Again, I could be wrong. As we go, I'll figure something out and this works, but right now I think we might only be bolting up one, unless we can shave this, but we'll see. And then we have the back bar that would connect to this one exactly the same. If I draw your attention over to the cross member, we've got the light in here. It's an LED light with some wiring. In the unboxing I said there is a harness probably somewhere, but there's no harness. So this would have to reach all the way down to the existing roll track, maybe plug in somewhere, but that's clearly not long enough, so there probably needs to be an extension cable for this. I just don't have that on this version of this bar, so we're probably not hooking that up. Maybe we will, but for today I don't think we are. We have these bolts here. I've got 4 on each side. That's to connect these tubes into the cross member right here. And then we have these nice finishing caps. These long bolts are definitely for that. And then these little square nuts would slide into here. So it'd be a nice clean finish. You don't have bolts or nuts on this side. It's just nice and smooth. So that's what you see when it's all finished. And you don't see a bunch of unsightly screws. This is up because this is to mount extra hardware on top. Lighting as an example. And then this little grommet here, I suspect is for the end of one of the poles. I think it's this one over here. Yeah, there's a hole on this one. We can plug this hole. Otherwise, we can run wires through it if that wasn't plugged, because we want to be able to run wiring if we have a light bar or some floodlights installed on that crossbar. So I think we got it figured out, and see if we can start putting this together. Because I don't know any torque specs or anything like that, I'm going to keep my drill on low just to get all the screws started, and then I'll hand tighten everything. I'm leaving a little bit of play on all the screws first so I can shift things around, then I'll hand tighten it all once it's on the truck. I really like these rubber feet. I think that they're going to give it a nice aesthetic and give it that finished OEM look. So two things. One, this is probably a two-person job, but I'm gonna risk it because entertainment value. I'm gonna lift it up there by myself. And second, you probably need to be really strong like me to lift something like this up there. So make sure you have those qualifications before you try this by yourself. All right, I lifted it up here. I took a couple coffee breaks off camera, but this is gonna be the front. Notice there's a little bit of a step up here. That's because it has to go a little bit on top of this front header or this cap. And it looks like it's gonna go that way because we wouldn't want all this stuff hanging out on the side, and we wouldn't want, this doesn't have that step up on it. It's gotta be flat, so that has to go back here. And I don't think we would want this going over the rail off the side here. So the orientation looks good like that. And for this one to be in line with it, it would have to go like that. So these are on the same plane now. So this one goes right about there. But before we stick it on here, we've got to put this foot on the bottom. So maybe I should have put that on first before I carried this all the way up here, but that's okay. I'm sure with a couple blankets or towels, we can flip this up and then put these screws in the bottom. So this being the front of the truck, we should put it just like that. What do you know, it fits. Alright, so these nuts that go into this channel, they secure to this bolt. So you can fish them down here. You don't need to start threading them together, but you can fish them down here. The challenge I foresee, which I mentioned already, is I can't turn it this way and fish it down there, nor is there an opening anywhere where I can spin that. It has to go this way and stay that way. So if I slide this one all the way down there, and I go to line it up with this first hole, that would be right there. The problem is when I go to chase it with the second one, it's going to bang into it underneath, and then my holes won't line up. How do we know for sure? Well, you take two of these and you see if the holes will line up above, and they do not. Now if they could go this way, sure. So like I said, I could shave these down, which I might do on my grinder later. If you look right here, if I shave it right to where that line is, I can line up those holes. But for now, we're just going to hook up one of these. So there's some feedback right there, is we need to get these things the proper size so we don't have to worry about doing any modification. But down here I'm not too worried because they're going to be far apart because the holes are over here like that. So small piece of feedback. Can we make it work? Can we work around it? Can I cut these at some point or wear them down with the grinder? Absolutely. But for this video we're just going to hook it up with one so we can at least see what the end result looks like. Just gonna leave it loose for right now so I can shift stuff around, and then we'll go over to that side. Okay, so now I'm just gonna make sure everything is lined up. I'm going to secure everything at the bottom, and then I'm going to tighten everything up at the top. Right now, remember, everything's a little bit loose. Now I am going bolt by bolt and showing you everything as I go along, because being a prototype, I think it's important just to show every little step. So feel free to skip some of this if you don't want to see it. But you know, I got to give my feedback, and I want to make sure I give accurate feedback. These front caps have a slope on the front, so I'm bringing the end of this plate right up to where that slope begins. Whether that's correct or intended, I'm not sure, but that's how I'm going to do it. So I'm going to tighten this one down pretty good. Now I'm going to do that front one, and then I'll come back and do these rear ones. And like I said, we'll try and get it to articulate the way that we want, and then we'll tighten it all up. One installation note is if these back bars are pulled back too far, it will hold up this plate so it actually doesn't even make contact with this front lip where it's stepped up for. But if you push it in, then the rake of the angle of the cab, as well as that plate, now push downward. So I think you want to make sure that this is pushed forward, not overly firm, but just firm. And then the side of the bracket I'm keeping in line with the side of this rail here, which is consistent with that right there. So I think this is a good spot to tighten it down. So again, I'm just going to push it forward, making sure I'm lined up on the side. There, that pushed it down. Now there's no gap there. And then we're going to tighten it down. Now I just need to secure these 4 bolts here, these 4 bolts here. I got my drill set to the lowest or second lowest setting. I'm on 3, so it should stop when there's a lot of resistance. I'll finish it off by hand, and then I'll put these finishing caps on, and then we'll take a closer look at how it all fits. Well, since we're not going to be running this light today, I'll put the cap in, which would go right here. So this is where your wiring would come out, and then it would go either into the box here, whatever it might connect to. The ECU for the motor is on this side, but it's not going to reach that far anyway, so I'm not going to really explore that today. So I'm going to put this rubber cap that they give me, this grommet, on here. There, nice and clean. And so far, this is very sturdy, even though I'm 1 bolt short on each side. But so far, I'm really excited. So let's get some other angles here. It's nighttime right now, so I'm going to give you some outside footage first, and then we'll come back to the same night that we're in right now, and we'll wrap up this video.
Is this time travel?
I know what you're thinking, and you've been wanting me to say something, so I will right now. Yes, I know we are blocking one of the 2 cameras that comes with the tech package on this truck. We have 2 cameras, one that faces the box and the cargo. That one doesn't appear to be obstructed. We'll bring it up on the camera before I end the video just to make sure. And then the top one, which points straight out, that's for the digital rear view mirror. But I already have a solution. I'm not going to talk about it in today's video. Some of you know what it is. But I am going to solve that problem, so we'll have use of an unobstructed digital mirror in the near future. So my initial impressions, the build quality is very good. very sturdy, doesn't shake at all while driving. I think the angle is really good. Let's check it from this angle. I think that's pretty good, considering we have to use this track here. I'm also pretty happy with these. I was kind of concerned in the beginning with the shape of these brackets. I didn't want them to look like an afterthought, but they don't look bad. Of course, we still got to put that other bolt in there. Again, pretty easy fix. We just haven't done it for this video. Finish matches exactly, so that's good. And for the height, it pretty much sits level with this valance that comes out and with the roof line. So that looks nice, doesn't stick out higher or lower. Now we have to decide which lighting is going up there. But overall, I am pretty satisfied. Not bad for a prototype. We'll get that brake light functional in due time. Just have to extend some wires and figure out where to best plug it in. I don't know if it's a running lamp and a brake light or just a brake light. Based on the wiring, I'm guessing just a brake light. Front profile matches up pretty good. Good job, EGR. Well, I'm really happy with how this turned out considering it's a prototype. We do got to fix the extra bolt issue, but we already have a solution for that. We need to understand the brake light wiring on how we're going to tackle that. I have a plan for the camera, like I said, and we have a project coming up with some lighting on top. I want everyone to remember that when I have to work on this vehicle indoors and often park it indoors when I visit places, I need to think of height as one of the considerations when it comes to whatever lighting I attach to this thing. So I just want to put that out there. We've got to keep that in mind. So I'd like to thank EGR for sending this prototype over, and I want everyone to remember it's not easy to find a solid bed cover, in this case a retractable one, that allows you to still attach something like a sport bar that doesn't obstruct the function of said box cover. This box cover works just like normal, and we've added this cool sport bar. So I'm excited. I can't wait for the next steps when it comes to this thing and some other things I got planned for the truck. So again, thank you, EGR. But if you like today's video, hit that like button. Please consider subscribing. We'll talk to you next time.